The darkness made her feel as though she was suffocating at times. She would have given her right arm to see at least an hour of sunshine a day. But her demanding job as a secretary at a solicitor's firm meant she was in the office before daybreak. And when she finally walked out the doors at the end of the day, there were only shadows cast by the street lamps lining Fleet Street to greet her. Even though Kirsty had lived in the UK for over a year, she still wasn't used to the lack of vitamin D, and was beginning to understand how people could suffer from seasonal affective disorder, otherwise known as SAD. Not that she was overly depressed, just sick and tired of the dreary, bleak winter. It wasn't in her nature to be stuck in an office all day long, or wearing a posh suit, high heels, pantyhose and makeup. But here she was, in the big smoke, doing just that. As her mother always used to say, you can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl. But her working visa was almost finished, and soon she would be back on home soil, with plenty of sunshine to enjoy. On the one hand, she couldn't wait to get back to the tropics of North Queensland. But on the other, she had left for a good reason. How was she going to cope being back among the people she had held the truth from for all these years? Would she arrive home only to run away again? The lift seemed to take forever to get to the ground floor. Kirsty tucked her scarf into her thick jacket and stepped out into the foyer. She glided easily through the revolving doors, a feat that had taken her days to master when she first started working in the building. Now she shuddered as she stepped out into the icy wind, her eyes instantly watering, the ache to feel sunshine upon her skin almost overwhelming her. Pulling her scarf up and over her mouth, she tugged her beanie down as far as it would go, briefly glancing towards the night sky. The absence of sparkling stars was still so strange after living beneath glimmering country skies for most of her life. To Kirsty's surprise, white fluffy snow covered everything in sight, cheering her up a little. The forecast had said it was going to snow, but in London, snow often turned to slush within minutes. She adored the way the snowflakes fell so effortlessly from the sky, floating down before coming to rest. It was blissful to watch. Shoving her gloved hands into her pockets, she moved briskly towards home, her high-heeled shoes tapping the pavement with each stride. Only 3 more weeks and she would be basking in a glorious Aussie summer, surrounded by her loved ones. But after 3 years away, would everything still feel the same? Would the haunting memories of the accident plague her relentlessly if she were living back near where it had all happened? She thought briefly of her camera and photography stuff, stored in a dusty cupboard at her parents' house. After high school, she had received her acceptance letter from Griffith University, a bachelor's degree in photography within her grasp. But the accident had changed everything. Kirsty hoped her love of photographing the rural landscape could be rekindled. Photography had been her passion ever since her parents had given her a Polaroid camera for her 7th birthday. She would photograph absolutely anything, watch with amazement as the photo slid out, then stand and shake it gently until the picture emerged. She still found it enchanting, the way a photo could capture a moment forever. Her friends and family had kept encouraging her, telling her she had a gift. A university degree would have established her worth, given her the confidence to follow her dream. Kirsty's bag vibrated as Jimmy Barnes' husky voice sang K-San from its confines. She quickly rifled through the bottomless pit, moving aside her purse, keys, lipstick, perfume and packets of chewy, until she found